What up, though? Welcome back to We Watched It. You got me, KP, Sean, Grits, as we like to call him, and we
That's
got my
right.
man Ruff on the ones and twos. We're here to talk
What's happening,
about
bro?
Welcome to Derry, man.
Yes.
Yo, fellas, this was such an amazing season. I so much enjoyed Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
It exceeded
good.
all my expectations. My expectations were low, but I have to say, even if I had high expectations, this exceeded all of them.
Absolutely.
It was like,
Yes.
really, after you got past episode 1, it really wasn't no down episodes. It was nothing. It was all up.
Mm-hmm.
It kept
I agree.
us engaged, man. It kept us moving, man. I liked it.
Yeah. And then the backstory they gave Pennywise was dope without stepping on anything they had already done in it, chapter 1 and 2.
Mhm.
This was just perfect execution. I have never seen a prequel execute so perfectly. I think the closest thing I can say to this would probably be, what's the Star Wars movie before episode 4?
Talking about Rogue One.
Rogue One. Yeah.
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One, and this would probably be the best
best-
prequel
Rogue
I've
One
ever
did a
seen of
very
anything.
good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. That's right.
That was a
Rogue
very
One is
good
epic, man. To this day, I go
Yes.
back and watch, and it's epic. The
That's
film,
one
the
of the few
cinematography, the
Star Wars movies
story,
that will.
everything. Yeah. And then this is it. This thing about this Rogue One. The movie's so great. You go back and rewatch it, and there's really no Jedi anywhere in the movie.
Not a
No,
one.
until the
Not a
very end.
lightsaber. Nothing.
No.
Well, they're
No.
at the end, but that's also epic too. The end of that movie is amazing. So
It's
Yep.
amazing with Vader going crazy. But man, what they did with Pennywise, this was equal, man. Pennywise was on fire the whole thing. And at the beginning, was y'all like kind of like, what's going on with the bat baby and all that? And I'm like,
Yeah, man.
I was saying, am I watching the right show?
No,
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it because I'm like, wait a minute, here we go. Anything that you don't think of is possible when it
Mhm.
come down to it, man. So with that bat baby, the bat baby, man, that was crazy.
Well, on the radio, if you listen to the radio, they're talking about genetic mutations due to nuclear testing and stuff like that. So that's what was in the kid's head. That's why it showed up the way it did. And as a mutated, malformed child, bat baby. And Pennywise was a menace, bro. I'm sorry. He was a menace in this show. I was like, God dang.
Facts.
Boy, he came with it. So
I'll tell you something else that threw me with this show, and y'all tell me what y'all think. They really like hit on a lot of different things. They hit on what was going on with the scare with the atomic bombs
right.
and the Cold War.
Cold
They
War.
hit on that. They hit on the race thing that's going on. That this is during the same time of segregation and Jim Crow.
Yeah.
I mean, they hit on so many different things. Education, what's going on in the schools, like, substance abuse, depression. I was like, I've never seen a show weave all these in like this. Like, I remember the DC show Watchmen. They did a good job with that. They
Yeah.
started with the Tulsa bombing. And
That's
the
right.
same thing with Lovecraft.
That's a great show. That's a great show.
But those only had maybe 1 or 2 notes. These guys weaved in like 6, 7 different notes of what was happening
right.
in that time frame, man. That execution was like flawless.
Right.
So-
And then the other thing they got too was the weirdness. The weirdness of Derry itself, like just the different things that are happening around the town that's like normal, but to the normal eye, you're like, wait a minute, what was that? And
The
everybody's
intro.
walking by. Everybody's walking by like, it's Derry. Hey, it's Derry. Like, no, that's weird. That's odd. But they executed that well too.
I love how they use the intro too, because the intro was real dope where they show you like the different cycles of what's happening. So you
Yep.
see the cycle
The
of
history.
the people slowly getting crazier and the atomic bomb scare. You see all of that in there. And then they are so smart where they weave in the additional thing with the ending of, every time before Pennywise goes to sleep, there's this big, massive chaos thing
That's right.
and the shootout.
That's
and
right.
I was like, man, now I got to find out about this shootout. And now we're going
That's
to find
right.
out next season. That's just
That's
crazy.
right.
All right. So I'm a book nerd. First, I read the books. I read this book, I think, back in middle school. All right. So a lot of this wasn't new to me. I knew a whole lot about it. Now, full disclosure, I absolutely hated the movies. Okay. I did not like Muschietti's movies. The time jump bothers me, moving the movies up to the 80s, because in the book, the Losers Club takes place in this almost this time frame, the 60s, the 59, what was it, 57, 58, something like that, is when
right.
the Losers
Yeah.
Club situation takes place. So the Black Spot Fire takes place in 1930, somewhere around there, 1930, I want to say 38, 39 or something like that. No, 30 even, okay? So there's a lot more racial stuff in the book than you'll find in the movie. They did a very good job inserting some of it, I still think there's a lot left to be desired. The TV show actually validates the movie for me to a certain degree. It makes the movie a little bit better because it kind of takes all of those storylines that they dropped off in the movie that should have been there and put them here. You know, in this one, Will Hanlon is the smart one. Because in the book, in the movie, they made Mike Hanlon just a big stereotypical strong black kid. Big guy, yada yada.
That's right. Yeah,
They took his story.
He was just a
Because he was
black
the
dude in the
historian.
back that could fix the
Exactly. In the book, Mike is the historian of the group. Okay, he's the one. He's the smart one. They gave that story to Ben in the movie, which I despise, but they gave that to Will Hanlon in this TV show, which made it a lot. Okay, at least they're not dropping it off completely. The Hanlons being the history, the knowledge of the group that kind of lives on and moves forward. You know what I mean? So that's good. But the Black Spot takes place in
something else they
1930s.
did with the Hanlons?
Yes, sir.
Real quick, something else they did with the Hanlons that was smart? Now you see why his dad is so angry and why he might have went crazy.
Well,
It
that was
gave
his
a way
grandfather
better
movie.
backstory to the dad. Yeah.
In the movie, that's Leroy.
I'm
That's
like-
his grandfather.
Right. Now you understand why the grandfather is the way he is and at the butcher shop and all that. Now it's like, now it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why he's so kind of cold.
They made sure that they explained why Pennywise never leaves Derry. we would have never known that.
Yeah, that was a good addition to the whole story. Why he just doesn't move out, because in the book they never quite explain that part. It's just Derry's his town, and that's where he stays.
Yeah, and it's the fact that that's where he stays, but it's almost like that's where they're keeping him. It was he's trapped. He's technically
He's
trapped,
locked in.
so he can't really leave. But that brings on that other side of we have the guardians. They're watching. They're making sure he doesn't go anywhere. But they're also allowing like kids get
Massive
killed.
death.
They're allowing these kids to get killed, but it's always it's for the greater good. But I mean, really, like,
right?
Is it really for the greater good?
They did tell them people don't build a town there, and they said, we know better than you Indians. We're going to do it anyway. I'm like, okay.
Of course.
Do what you do.
Of course.
My daughter said, this is a cautionary tale when people don't listen to Native Americans and black people.
We've been here for thousands of years.
Yes.
We've been here for thousands of years. Y'all just got here yesterday. And y'all think y'all know more about it? Okay.
It's a gentrification thing, It's the colonizer thing. That was a theme they built upon because, the colonizers come in, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they've got. And we just go sit back. we fine out here. We on the outside. Y'all stay in there. Don't be in there with the monster. Have at it. So
something else they did well, not just breaking out with Pennywise from episode 1.
Yes.
I thought I was going to see him in episode 1.
Yeah, to build up.
And I actually liked the slow burn of seeing him like wake up. So if you actually rewatch it, I've watched it twice now. The beginning is him starting to wake up.
Yeah.
So he can still control things when he sleep to a certain extent, but you see him starting to wake up and it gets weirder. He's starting to expose himself a little bit more. I thought that was the perfect direction, man.
Yeah. And just the him exposing himself throughout the show, because like you say, it was a build up, but once he showed up, man, he was in everything. He was in just about every scene.
Oh yeah,
he
was go.
All over.
It was go time once he showed up.
And that's what I like the most too, because we're a little older, so we come up from actual horror characters, not just movies, but characters. So
Jason,
we
Freddy.
talking about Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers,
Hellraiser.
right? And we've been missing that for years, for a very long time. Man, they just let Pennywise go. They say, look, we're gonna feature Pennywise in this show. Y'all gonna get as much of him as possible, and they did, and that was the best thing they did. Like,
how about this? Did y'all notice when they started filming the show that Skarsgård was not on board? Did he say he didn't want to do it? He didn't want to come back to the character. He was done with it. I don't think he came on board and actually to like episode 3. That's even more impressive. The man wasn't even involved, and they decided, and you can't even tell.
He didn't get involved in get buy-in until they decided to let's go do Bob Gray's character how he co-opted that motif, that personality, and turned it into Pennywise. So that's what got him intrigued, seeing the progression of Bob, from Bob Gray to his death to Pennywise. So he really liked that idea. And it paid off because they did a very good job at showing where he got that personality from.
Yeah.
Man, that was one of my favorite parts, them showing Pennywise just as Bob Gray before the entity and then seeing it watch him in the background, like, oh, this is a way easier way to kill kids and to get people around me.
I can draw more by doing this.
Draw them in.
I think I got a
Then scare 'em.
little angle right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he definitely like that.
What y'all think about the Juniper Hills weaving in and how they wove that in and explaining that she thought that was still her dad and she's like taking kids down there to get killed? What y'all think about that and the whole Juniper Hills edition?
That was weird. I'm gonna say this because you dedicated your whole life to this, literally your entire life to this, and then we get here this one time and you're like, you're not my daddy. Wait a minute, hold up. You've been doing this for what, 50 years, 40, 50 years?
30, about 20, 30 years.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a couple decades and you've been dedicated. You've been wearing a clown suit. You've been hiding around the town doing this. And then we get here and you like, wait a minute, you ain't my daddy. And he was like, duh, I'm not your daddy. I'm not your daddy. Look right here.
Yeah.
It's like, that was a little weird. I thought they could have pushed that out a little bit more. But it was just almost like an instant turn. Like, oh, you ain't my daddy. Wait a minute. Duh.
Oh, she just saw the man eat her husband's head.
Yeah. To me, it was
an
an
example
example
was a dope scene, too. When he came out with that knife and he was chewing on that head, that was dope.
Hey, what's wrong?
That was straight Mortal Kombat.
What's wrong? Do I have face on my face?
Oh. Yeah.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
So it was a great example of Derry being Derry, okay? So it has control over Derry. It's a veil over everybody's eyes for the most part. So you see what you want to see, okay? The adults especially see what they want to see. They see, he likes it when they see the anger, the rage, the violence. But they also, because they explain it away to a certain degree, okay? So there's a great scene in there that I don't know if a lot of people caught it, but you have all these kids go missing constantly in Derry. But nobody really talks about it. And there's a great scene where you see they're coming out of an alley and you see missing kids posters in the alley, but on the storefront doors is the Hank Rogan wanted poster. So that's what's first and foremost on their mind, the violence, the anger of chasing Hank Rogan, but the missing children are over here on the side where you can't see it for the most part. That's the way Derry thinks, and that's the way she was thinking. She sees what she wants, her dad, but she's not seeing that he just killed a goddamn kid in front of you, bro. Well, on the other side of a door.
You just killed the kid. Yeah.
She can explain it away until the moment she can't, when he's right in front of her face. Now she can't explain it anymore. Like you said, she's in front of her face eating her husband's head. Hard to explain that away, bro.
No,
right.
You can't.
Right.
Yo,
you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
love how he got his too, man. That was so dope. You said there talking crazy to her. He said, you better go back in that house and fix another steak before I bust your head again. Next thing you know, his head was chopped in half and it was over with.
It was it for him.
I love that. But to your point, though, you know why they couldn't see that, though? You could see that he's starting to manipulate the people around the town because he wants this big conflict, right?
That's exactly what he does.
You can see the manipulation going on with them overlooking the kids, but chasing him so they can get more amped up, which leads us to the black spot. So you see them like starting to turn on each other.
Yes.
Even when Mrs. Hamlin broke up the fight in the street, the people like,
whatever.
Yeah, let them get jumped. Who cares?
Yeah. Boys will be boys. Turn around and keep them going. Keep it pushing. Keeping the fear there just under the surface, but nobody's quite feeling it. It's like we push it to the side and go about our day. So, and it's easy to do that to kids because adults don't see kids' problems as equal to their own. So kids fighting are not a big to do. So they'll be kids. Like, nah, that shouldn't be allowed, bro.
Plus, you see him manipulating and turning things where you remember what the Native American lady said, Derry has this weird effect on you about what you actually remember.
Yeah.
And then when you get away from it, you don't remember anything.
Nothing. Once you leave, you don't remember anything. Vague, small bits.
So Pennywise will want her around because he's bringing kids to her, making it easy for him to eat, basically.
Yeah.
So he gonna kind of play with her mind like that.
That's exactly
and
what
I like
does.
that. Go ahead.
And it's crazy how she did, because she set this whole thing up. She set the whole thing up. Like, and I mean,
she called the police, everything.
It goes deep because she was with the dad. Remember, she was.
That was his girlfriend, Hank Grogan's girlfriend.
That's right. She was with the dad. So it's like she set all of this up. Pennywise didn't really do nothing. He was just like,
well, he did when it comes to the police officer. Remember, the police officer was ready to let it go. He wasn't gonna chase Hank Grogan no more.
Right.
And then he amped the people up to be like, you just gonna let this go? You ain't gonna catch the guy? You gonna let him get away with this? So you
See,
saw
that's the thing.
Pennywise get back in there and kind of play with people's
Mhm.
minds.
He doesn't have to do much anymore. You know, it's a zoo, it's a pen for him for livestock. He just lets it go. Well, like he pushes a few buttons, but he just lets it go. Because in the book, none of this actually happens. There is no Miss Kirsch. There's none of that. There's no Hank Grogan, none of that. That's what makes the book to me a lot more terrifying, especially as a black man, because all that happened was the same song and dance before. It was Tulsa all over again. The black soldiers.
Yeah, you got to build a clubhouse. You got to do all this extra stuff.
Yep.
And you could see even the soldiers weren't comfortable there. They had to find their own place.
All right.
They find a place away from everybody else, and
Yes.
still got to deal with the bull jump.
Exactly. And remember, it happened
Which
in
is crazy.
1930. It happened in 1930 in the books. There wasn't no, like, all that happened was the soldiers got themselves a place. It became the best after hour spot, the best place to go drink in Derry. People got mad. They didn't like it because now all of the people on Main Street not making no money. So they just come and burn their stuff to the ground. That's it. And that's, to me, that's a lot more terrifying than, you know, what they showed in the show.
Way more.
So, you know.
Way more. I mean, it gives shades of the movie we just saw with, you know, with Michael J.
Sinners.
What's his name?
Sinners.
Yeah.
Michael
Sinners,
Jordan.
yeah. It gave us shades of Sinners. They had their spot. The juke jump was jumping, and then here come these people messing it up again.
That's all. That's what they. That's
and what
that's
was
how
so
it goes.
crazy was the vampires were right. Either way, it was going to end in tragedy. Either the vampires was going to tear the place up, or the KKK was going to tear it up
they
the
was
next
gonna come
day.
and turn it down. Yeah, either way. So
Either way, you know what I'm saying? It was going to go bad.
You can't have nothing nice. That's all it says, especially if you black.
But that's crazy though. Think about this though, especially adding the racial thing in there. Think about this though, that actually the vampire helped you out. Because if he doesn't tell them, oh, the KKK is coming tomorrow morning, even though they survived all the craziness with the vampires, they're still gonna get killed.
They're gonna get caught
So
unawares.
because he gave them the heads up, he had all that time to get ready. Stack had all that time to get ready. So yeah, man. I had to say, I think we was talking about this offline. We would say the scariest moment or the most I had to turn away from the screen. For me, when old girl got the caterpillar eyes, that bugged me out, yo. I had to turn my head. I ain't like the way that looked. It was gross. And then when she went to cut her eye out, I was
cut
like,
her eyes, man.
Yeah, I can't look at that. I had to
I'm
turn
not
away.
cutting my eyes. I'm not cutting my eyes. I ain't cutting my eyes. I'm pushing them back in. I'm doing something, man. Give me. I'm not about to cut nothing. Nah.
Yo, with a bandsaw in the dark
for real not having it.
home ec room.
That's crazy.
But that was crazy. I know, Sean, you said the birth scene for you was the one.
Episode 2, man. Look, I watch anime. I watch horror movies. I've been watching. That was one of the craziest things I ever seen. That birth scene was nuts, and it was long. It was just a long scene. I'm like,
it really
is
was.
it gonna end?
It
was really long.
Milked it for everything it was worth. They got everything out of it.
That was a long scene. And it just one terror after the next terror, after the next terror. Oh, okay, now I'm going to eat you. Now I'm going to get out the bed and jump in your face. It's like, man, that was crazy. It shook me a little bit. I'm a grown man. I'm be honest with you. I watch anime, all this stuff, eyeballs blow up and heads. That was the craziest thing I've seen, like, in a long time.
And they worked in the trauma that the daughter's probably dealing with, knowing that her mom died in birth.
That was a deep scene, man. That scene was deep. That was real deep.
There was a lot.
Ruff, did you have one that kind of made you look away?
Made me look away? No. It shocked the crap out of me. The Game of Thrones ending of episode 1. I mean, okay, you have these kids that you have on all of the promotional posters. You know, they've been following the whole episode. And then a mutant baby just, you know, you don't normally see kids get slaughtered on TV. Okay. And they went for it, taking arms off, throwing kids up against a wall. I mean, dang, bro. They went full Game of Thrones here.
They didn't hold back.
Respect.
They didn't hold back.
Respect.
And just watching movies and knowing how TV shows go. I'm watching, I'm thinking like, man, they about to get out of there. They about to figure out a way to no.
That's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Because I'm like, this is a losers club. They can't die. The show's about them. And we
about them.
We actually didn't meet the losers club.
You ain't meet them yet. This the red shirts. This the fodder right here, bro. God dang.
Yeah,
I
man.
had no idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that caught me.
I
I was
said
like,
that
I'll
was a
take it.
that was a that was a good like because I was like okay only the girl is left. Who else is left? Only Lily Bainbridge gonna fight Pennywise by herself? What's going
Lily and
on
Ronnie,
here?
that was the only two left.
Yeah, you kill half the cast, more than half the cast on the first
Right.
episode.
On the
That's
first
crazy.
episode.
That's crazy.
Yo,
So
in the first episode too, and I'm gonna tell you too.
mhm.
My favorite character was Richie, but I'm gonna tell you this: when old Maddie showed back up out that tent, I knew something was off.
Yeah, man.
I was like, either he's not Maddie. This ain't how he get away. This
I've been down this
trust
road
him.
before.
Ain't
Don't
nobody
trust
ever got away.
I'm like, don't trust that child.
Nah,
But
been down
they
this road
children have to
before.
learn. One of the things, yeah, I think everybody called
Nah,
that. Don't
dog.
trust that boy.
The fix is in. I knew it. The fix is
Yeah.
in. Nah, this ain't it. This ain't the one. Nah, man. This dude ain't had no color. He was
None.
No,
white
he didn't.
as a
He
sheet
He
of
came
paper.
out gray.
He was
like,
white as a sheet of paper.
yeah, like he came straight out the water.
Right. He talking about
Nah,
I just been in the sewers hiding. No, you haven't. You're dead. But that transformation, that's probably the best part of the whole season. When he started transferring into Pennywise, that was amazing CGI. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was flawless. But like I said, my favorite character was Richie because I loved Richie's integrity, what he stood for, him sacrificing himself. That was just awesome.
Yep.
Did y'all have a favorite character?
Hey, man, the future actor, man, Will, that dude, he is gonna be the future because he's a great actor. You know what I'm saying? And he played that role really, really well. And I mean, some of those emotional scenes too were like, it was like, yo, I my wife, she didn't watch it, but I said, hey, you got to see the scene. It's really good when him and Ronnie was together in the street and they were kind of like hugging, and I'm like, yo, this dude really like her, man, and he got the hug. Like it, you can see he was really good on camera, like that. He's got a future, man. I kind of want to be my Miles Morales. I want him to be my Miles Morales, but
that would be a good pick. That would be a good pick. But you know,
pretty
the
good.
scene with him and his dad, when him and his dad got in an argument, the dad put hands on him.
That was good, man. And he hit him where it hurt too. He hit him where it hurt. He said, "Man, I ain't gonna let my friends die.
I ain't let my
like
friends
you."
die. Like, woof.
He hit him where it hurt.
I wouldn't have wanted to be the one to say that. That was a little too far. That was a little too far. I'll tell you something else though that would impress me a lot in this whole thing with Welcome to Derry. I really like how they use Dick Halloran, how they explain The Shining, and all the different elements they threw in. If you've watched anything else Stephen King, especially where they threw in Shawshank, I loved it.
Yes.
I was so hoping that. I mean, I didn't want Hank Grogan to go to prison. I ain't rooting for nobody, but I did want to go because I was like, man, Red gonna be there and Dufresne gonna be there.
That's right. Shawshank.
I was hoping. I was like, man, we gonna see Red and Andy Dufresne.
That's
this
right.
Gonna be crazy.
And it's crazy though because we know Shawshank, one of the greatest movies of all time. We didn't.
Facts.
If you ain't see it 20 times, you ain't watched nothing. That the fact that in the show they were like, hey, you about to go to Shawshank, you ain't gonna make it. And we know Shawshank. Shawshank is like home. It's not home for us, but we so familiar with Shawshank because of the movie. And then you hear it on the show, and it's like you don't want to go to Shawshank. It's about to go down. And it's like, oh snap, damn man, Shawshank. Yeah, that I like that part too, man. That was good.
Yeah, because you feel like, oh gosh, he gonna see the sisters. Can he make it through one day with the sisters? Because we saw them wreck shop on Andy Dufresne. So
that's right.
How Hank Grogan gonna take this? He gonna need some backup. You know, because Andy was like, he said, I love to tell you I beat him up and I won. He said, I can only fight him off for so long, and eventually they won.
Yeah. He came
now he got his revenge in the end because, you know, homeboy crippled him, but still, dog, Shawshank was such an amazing film, dog, where it didn't pull no punches.
If you didn't see Shawshank Redemption 20 times, you ain't see it. Sorry. It is, that's just what it is.
I know me and Ruff was talking about that we like too. We both have seen Running Man, the most recent one. I think you seen it too, Sean.
Okay.
They even threw Derry into that. Like you see him on the run, running, and then there's a freeway sign that says Derry this many miles away, and he says something about Derry. And I'm like, yo, the Running Man go run into Pennywise? This is crazy.
Man, run the other way. Don't go there. Don't go to Derry.
Yo, man, that part right there I really love. And then another element they threw in from Stephen King, another movie I like, The Mist. When that mist came, I said, oh, this is just like the movie, yo. These animals
Mhm.
gonna start coming out and they gonna start wrecking shop, and these dudes gonna be in trouble.
Hey,
Toadad
Stephen
face.
King like his mist, man. He like his fog. He like fog and mist. He loved that. And once that came, I said, oh, here we go. It's time. It's time. It's time.
That's the
It's about to
space
go down
between
now.
dimensions. That's the space between dimensions where things start collapsing in on each other. The Toadad space, as he calls it.
Facts. Yo, man, I'm gonna be honest though, The Mist has one of the most downer endings for a movie of all time, yo. That was
That's a
so brutal, bro.
I'm gonna say this. You see, you gotta watch Shawshank Redemption 20 times. The Mist just once. That's all you need to do. You ain't gotta watch
Just
it twice.
once, dog.
It's
That
just
is such a downer
one
ending,
watch.
bro.
Yeah, because that was rough.
Bro. And especially, I ain't gonna spoil for everybody, but if you got a kid, it's even worse now when you watch as a parent.
I seen it once and that impacted me enough. No,
Hey,
man.
Sean, let me ask you this, man. Should he have went to prison for that after everything settles?
Prison? He going to the crazy house, man. No, he went.
He going to Juniper
Inside Out
Hills. He
Jack.
going straight to the Arkham
He
Asylum.
going Arkham Asylum. He's going to Arkham Asylum. He gonna be right between Mr. Freeze and the Riddler. Like, no, he's insane. That you go insane after that. You go nuts. So no, prison not necessary. He's gonna be a padded wall room for the rest of his life.
Facts. And I'll tell you this too. I know y'all had already watched The Shining before me, and it's a great movie. But my interest was really piqued from Welcome to Derry. I had to figure out, okay, what happens to Dick Halloran next? Like if they could do a prequel of him just by himself now.
They could do a whole show about him. They could do a whole movie about him, really, because, and you say you went back watch The Shining, that's a grown man movie. I watched that movie as a kid, probably a couple times, because it used to be on TV, but when I
A lot of
watched
things
that
go over
movie,
your head.
when I watched that movie as a grown man with responsibilities and bills and stuff like that, you watch that movie, man, that movie is terrifying.
Crazy, yo.
Terrifying.
Crazy. The way he turned on his wife, all of that.
Terrifying, man. That's a terrifying movie, man.
And then when he's in that ballroom and you like, yo, you literally talking to people that ain't here.
And he's in a picture. It's the picture. It's the picture at the end.
Well, before the picture, remember the guy says, you're the caretaker, you always have been.
Yeah.
So this the part, you got to help me with this, man. When I see the picture, I'm trying to figure out, so is he in the picture because now he is a part of the hotel and he's dead too? Or he was always dead? He wasn't always dead.
He wasn't always dead. It drove him insane. And that was the purpose of the hotel. And when you look at that, again, that picture was up there and he was not in that picture at first. But at the very end, he was in it because the hotel took him. So now he's
like Event Horizon, basically.
That's right. He's a part of that hotel now. And man, that movie is terrifying.
We need an update of that, man. And we need an update of Event Horizon. If you never seen Event Horizon, man, you talking about a crazy, scary movie. That is a masterpiece, bro. Of a horror film.
Yeah.
That is an underrated masterpiece. Event Horizon is movie gold, bro.
Yeah.
We need an updated version, bro. Straight up. Cause we got an updated version of like The Stand. I love that.
That's
probably my favorite Stephen King.
Good.
Anything is a Stand.
Yeah.
Both versions. I like the 90s one a little bit better, but the newer one is just as good.
Yeah, the 90s one is amazing. And the newer one, they updated. They updated. It looks good. But yeah, most definitely. I would love another Shining, updated, give it a little, little spark here and there. Make things look a little newer.
Yeah.
So terrifying.
You know what else they need to update too to Stephen King that I would love is Langoliers. We need a updated version that I can watch that ain't fuzzy anymore. Cause that's a great film too.
That's right.
That's a good miniseries.
Hey, another Stephen King. I found Christine at a dollar store when I was in like maybe 9th grade or something. And I'd seen Christine. I said, okay, I read that book because I watched the movie a bunch of times.
Right.
Usually come on TV, but I read Christine. I'm like, yo, we can do another Christine. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with that.
I think we could do another Christine with a little bit of modern AI, you know what I'm saying, ability, and kind of I love that book, and of course I love the movie, so I want to see another Christine.
Yeah, because we got updated Gerald's Game. Well, they weren't updated; they just made it current, which I thought they did a good job with that. Sleepwalkers would be another one too.
Sleepwalkers, man.
Yeah.
What a movie.
Well, they don't have that ridiculous. It didn't look like it at the time, but now it looks silly with the cat thing on them now.
Yeah.
Now it looks silly.
But that movie was so good,
It
man.
was so good, dog.
That movie was so good. I remember renting that movie over and over and over and over and over and over again because it was just that good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
update
take an
that one
updated
too.
version of that too, man.
Yeah.
Those gotta go on the list. And anything with airplanes I love, but I think that's part why I like Langoliers. And Balky did his thing in that, man. Balky
That's right.
showed out. Balky showed out, man. He said, I'm gonna show y'all this ain't no perfect strangers, man. Hold my beer. He
That's
went
right.
crazy in there. He went crazy in there. But last thing I would say about Welcome to Derry that I really love too, at the end, I kept being like, yo, why Pennywise whole thing is red? And I was like, oh yeah, dog. It's like covered in blood. This guy is like,
Blood.
he's bathing in it now.
He is eating. He is having a meal. He's having a feast. And he's like, yo, especially the high school scene when he had them all in school and he did his dance. He did the bump, 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 bump. Hey, that was good. And he had pretty much we all float. He had everybody floating. Man, he showed out, man.
He showed out.
He showed out.
He showed out.
He
And
really
the
did.
ending of this, I love it, dog, where he basically told her about her son.
Mhm.
And then what made it even better on the ending of this was the key point. When he said how he sees time, it's all the
Yeah.
same to him.
Yeah. Yeah, past, present, future, it's all the same. It's pretty much, he doesn't see it like we see it. So things that are happening in the future are happening in real time. So that was a good turning point. I was like, yo, that's what's up.
Mhm.
Okay, all
Mhm.
right. And so
Yep.
that leads into your second season. That leads into your next season. So you can kind of keep going
Now
and
we
keep us
understand.
engaged.
I'm like, oh, so this fool, like, okay, I lost the battle in the 80s. All right. I lost the battle. He didn't really lose, he just put to sleep.
Right.
But I lost the battle in 2019. So I went back to basically this era, the 50s/60s. Okay. All right, fine. I'll go back a little further. Hold
Yeah.
my beer. I'm gonna go back to the 30s now.
That's right. I could maneuver myself through time anytime I really want to. So stop me now. You're gonna have to stop me tomorrow. Or you gotta stop me
Okay, now I'll
yesterday.
go back to 1908. And then
That's right.
I sat there and I said, there's two things. And my daughter asked this good question. She says, when we get to the 30s, when we get to 1908, I said, when she said we get to the 30s, I said, it's still going to be Jim Crow. So it's going to be a little more intense than what you just saw. I don't know what is going to be happening in 1908 because that would still be at the beginning of that era.
Correct.
So that's going to be interesting to see what they do from that element
Mhm.
and just how they do the show. Because if you think about, especially in 1908, it ain't going to be a bunch of stuff built yet.
Right.
But Derry's going to be just building up. So that's going to probably be interesting.
Mhm.
But this was the part that made me really question what I saw in 2019. And now I'm like, okay, I got to go back and rewatch it, chapter 1 and 2. Now that I don't watch this, I got to rewatch it now.
Mhm.
Maybe Pennywise ain't dead.
No, I don't think
Like
so.
what we saw the Losers Club do in 2019,
Yeah.
maybe that didn't stick.
No, I don't think so.
He can just be
I don't think
asleep.
so. Yeah, I don't think he can really die because again, he's like a spirit. He's like an entity. And
Right,
so
like Freddy Krueger almost.
pretty much. I'm within another realm within your realm. So you can't really mess with me. And I eat a lot. And unfortunately I eat kids. So which is crazy.
I was like, when they done with these three seasons, they really could come out with another movie.
They could.
Because now this explains that maybe he's not dead.
They could.
So, I just know one thing. I said, as much as Marvel try to force this connected universe, now I really want somebody to make a Stephen King connected universe.
Yeah.
of
I
movies.
mean,
Bring
why
it
not?
on.
Why not?
Bring it
I mean,
on.
at this point, especially with Hollywood and us really wanting more good things, more good movies, more TV shows too. I mean, they can expand on this universe big time because it's all there. It's all there. We got the books, we got the old movies, we got some new movies, but we can put it together. It can all come together, and I'm down with that most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what makes this so connected universe so much more fun. And I still love Marvel. It's not like, I gotta know every, hero and everything and every
Right.
villain
Right.
and every story. Although they're connected, they're also their own thing, which makes this even more exciting to me.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
So-
And I mean, again, and look, we're smart enough. I think the moviegoer nowadays, the TV show watcher, we're a lot more smarter than we were 20, 30 years ago where you had to hold our hand. You don't have to hold our hand no more. You know what I'm saying? Once you drop that, time is fluent with me. Once they dropped that in there, boom, it was
Yeah.
like, yo,
I was on at that point.
Oh,
My mind exploded too.
whoa, like you ain't gotta hold my hand. Once you did that, man, I'm like, I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait for season 3. I can't wait for more because I know what's coming. More good things are coming from this. So yeah, man, we ready for it. We want more.
Facts. And I'll leave it with this. It did a good job of this is how you do a horror movie where you don't got to rely on profanity and people being
Oh,
naked. It ain't have none of that.
That's right.
And this thing wrecked shop. And crazy, it wasn't overly gory. When you go back and watch it, it's not, except for a couple scenes, it's not really overly gory either.
It's not crazy gory, but it's just the idea of he went off, man. He did his thing. You got Pennywise pretty much like you said from episode 3 all the way through. And as the episodes got more, it was more intense. I mean, the last 2 episodes, he was just doing his thing, man. He was killing it. He was doing the dancing. He was popping around, doing it. Man, that is what I love. I love my horror movie monsters, and you gave me the horror movie monster. I'm happy.
Yeah, now let's gas up the bus. Let's get an updated miss. Let's keep this thing going. And Hollywood, I got a layup for y'all. Let's get a current Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah, man.
I know that's not Stephen King, but that is an amazing film.
Because remember, they've done so many different versions of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think something more modern, you know what I'm saying? And make the stakes high. Like some of those movies, the stakes weren't as high. You know what I'm saying? It's the time. They're gonna take over the town. No. Make them high. Not the town, not the city, not the state.
The thing. Make that now. That'll go crazy. The Thing. What's the other one I like? They Live. John Carpenter.
They Live.
If you watch that now, that film is so relevant now. It's crazy.
They Live.
It's so relevant now.
They Live. I can't wait till my kids are able to watch that. So they can understand, because that movie is a whole nother level. You could do a whole podcast on that movie. You could do
we're gonna have to talk about those two on another episode. What my man say? He said, I came to chew gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum.
Come on, man. I remember watching that movie as a kid, like real scared the death out of me. But I just Roddy Piper. I can't stop looking at this movie. And then I watch it as a grown man. I'm like, yo, my brain is on another. That's a perfect movie. Redo that.
The cultural relevance. But hey, we're gonna be back with another episode. We watched it. We watched Welcome to Derry. I give it an A+. Sean?
I'm giving it an A, man. It's a great show. Yeah.
It's a must watch. It's a must
Hell
watch.
yeah.
It's a must watch.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
But y'all let us know how y'all feel about it.
And this is my first watch it too, y'all. So hopefully I could jump in some more, watch some more TV shows. I'm not that good at watching shows, but this is the one I had to get on, most definitely. And I'll be back.
Hey, well, we're going to be back with more TV shows, more movies. We watched it. Pull up. Let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe.
Peace.